So most editors think sound design is all about adding more music, more sound effects. But in truth, one of the most powerful tools in film isn't something you add, it's something you can move. Watch this.
I know what I want and I know that I'll get it. Set my I know what I want and I know that I'll get it. Set my
In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I built the silent version of this scene and how moving specific sound at the right moment can completely change the way a scene feels. And that's because the less you tell your audience, the more they feel. So without any further ado, let's dive in. So let's start with the base layer, which is basically the environment itself. Since this is an exterior scene, I didn't use room tone. Instead, I built the world using natural ambience. Things like air movement, subtle bush, and environment details, just enough to make the world feel alive. Next, I place the character inside that space. This is where I start adding light Foley sound, things like keyboard typing and movement sound. The goal here isn't to add energy, it's to keep everything grounded and realistic. Now here comes an important detail and how I approach sound design. There is actually two different sound worlds happening in this scene. The first version, we are inside the character's perspective, so we can hear the music he's listening to.
and I know that I'll get it.
That means the audience is experiencing what he's experiencing. But in this version, I deliberately remove that internal sound, even though the character is still listening to music. We don't hear it, instead we only hear the environment and the world around him. So at this point, the sound perspective changes. We're no longer inside the character's headspace, we are observing him from the outside. As the scene progresses, we reach a point where those two worlds finally become one. The character slowly removes his headphones, and this confirms the perspective change, because from this moment on, everything we hear exists only in the environment. Now we reach the most important part. This is where everything changes. In this sequence, I start removing sound layers, especially anything that feels distant or unnecessary. As a result, the environment becomes more isolated, more focused. At this point, the audience is no longer hearing a full word. Instead, they are locked into a much smaller space with the character. And this is where tension comes from, because now every small sound matters. The wind feels closer, the pauses feel longer. There is no music guiding emotion, no sound telling you how to feel, just space and anticipation. And then we reach the review. This is where I bring back a sharp impact sound. But it only works because of everything that came before it. And the silence is what gave this moment weight. Without it, the impact would feel normal and almost predictable. So in conclusion, silence is not the absence of sound, it's control, it's timing, it's contrast. And when used correctly, it can completely change the way a scene feels. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I know what I want and I know that I'll get it. Set my